Good morning and welcome to this week's weekly Oracle card energy reading for the week 22nd to 28th of July. My name is Anna T. Brooks. I am your soul purpose activator. And I'm very excited to jump into this week for you. I can't believe we're at the end of July already. I have so much coming through this week to share with you. So if you're jumping on watching this live recording on Facebook, or if you're watching the replay on YouTube or on Facebook, please say hello, drop a comment, let me know that you're enjoying this. And that way I know to keep doing these amazing videos for you. So let's get started. I would love to hear how you're feeling. I would always love to I'm always really interested in your intuitive hit as well, and what you're receiving about this week, or what you're already feeling brewing, and see how we're on par here. So I have, as always, the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell, one of my absolute favorites. This is the main one that I will use for the reading for the 3-card pull this week. And then I do also have the Numerology Oracle cards by Michelle Buchanan that I will be pulling from at the end for a pick a card reading. So let's jump into this. I already have the cards. I've already shuffled them quite well, so I'll be ready to pull the cards in just a moment. But as always, I want to give you a little bit of context, a little bit of my own intuitive reading into the energy this week about what I'm feeling coming through before we see what the cards have to say. So on the back of the full moon on this weekend, I am feeling like this week there is a lot that has come through, I think, for most of us, for many of us, around where we have been holding ourselves back, what part of our lives we may have been, bullshitting ourselves a little bit, where we might have been kind of pulling the wool over our own eyes and not really owning what it is that we want, not really showing up in the way that we want, not really moving forward in the way that we want, and maybe kind of falling prey to our own excuses. That's what I'm feeling a lot of coming through this week. And that this week we have that realization, and we kind of almost like have a bit of tough love that we've received, and we're ready to move forward on it now, right? We've licked our wounds. We've, had the initial shock of like, this is what I've been doing that's not working for me. And now we're in a space to move forward. So that's the vibe that I'm feeling for this week, which is quite exciting. So I would love to hear if you're feeling that as well. And without further ado, let's start shuffling and see the 3 cards that come through for this week. So, okay, that just flew out. Bear with me. I need to bend down to pick that one up. So we've got the first card. Okay, that was mind. Now body. What is coming through? Nope, that's a whole lot of cards. Keep shuffling. Nope, still. Okay, body's being tricky. Interesting. Mind was flying out, but body. There it goes. Okay, perfect. And soul. Let's see what comes out. There it goes. Okay, that was very interesting. I always like to tell you about how the cards come out as well, because I know some people just pull from the top or whatever. I let the cards come out. I very rarely actually pull through, and that tells me a lot about the energy as well. So with the mindset card, the first one I'm about to tell you about, it literally flew out. It's like mindset is going to be what's going on in your mind, your conscious energy is what you're thinking about this week. I'm feeling like this is going to be the main focus for quite a lot of you. And then the body card, it was like almost like it just didn't want to. It kept, multiple cards kept coming up at once. So it was almost like there's going to be a little bit more resistance around that. So interesting energy. Let's see what the cards have to say. So mindset, first card. This is what is happening in your conscious energy, what you're thinking about, what you're aware of. And we have warrior woman. There is warrior woman. And underneath it says, have you answered your deepest calling? Okay, so that makes sense with the energy that I was feeling coming through. This week, you are really going to be getting pulled towards that. Whatever it is that you've just gone through, whatever it is kind of awarenesses, maybe some tough love, maybe some tough realizations, maybe some real moments of like stark truth and honesty that you've been facing, whatever it is that's been coming up for you this week, that warrior woman energy is coming through you. You're really feeling like this is the time to nail this down. I'm really focused on answering what it is that I really, really desire. How is it that I really want these situations to play out? How is it that I want this portion of my life to play out? What am I going to do about this? There is that real kind of like courageous, like I can do this. The shit hit the fan, the worst is over, the part that I wasn't prepared to hear, I have heard now. and now I'm ready to move forward. There's that real fiery warrior energy. And like I said, because this was the card that really kind of flew out, I feel like this is going to be a very prominent energy for many of you this week. So let's get, I'm a little bit extra buzzy. Can you tell? I'm in another water fast. For those who've never watched me during my water fasts before, which I do like every month pretty much, now the second one this month, I am always full of energy. I go through phases, obviously, but when I'm on, I'm on. So let's jump into second card already. Body. Okay, what do we have for the body? We have share your voice. Share your voice. And underneath it says, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So like I said, this card came out, it was almost like it was, there was multiple cards falling out, and it was taking its time to come to this one. So like I said, I felt a little bit of resistance. So when we're talking about the body card in this reading, we're talking about your physical world, right? So we're talking about the tangible 3D world, your situations, your relationships, what you're feeling. It can be to do with you and your actual physical body as well. And I'm feeling like there's a little bit of resistance. And with the share your voice card, I'm feeling like this week you might feel, while you're in this warrior woman energy, right? While you're feeling really fiery, really turned on, really like, yes, okay, I know what's happened. I know where I'm at. I've faced what I need to face. I'm ready to move forward in my way and really be honest with myself. At the same time, I feel like for some of you, there may be some resistances that come up in your physical world. I just got for some people, this is going to be people around you. So this could be partners, family, colleagues, friends, acquaintances. Like it could be people around you that are kind of having a bit of a resistance to this new you, this new kind of direction that you're wanting to go in, or even the realizations that you've had may be a little bit triggering for them, for example. And for some of you as well, I'm feeling like it's just a resistance in terms of your own physical resistance, right? So you're moving in this new direction and there's maybe habits or routines in place that aren't serving you anymore. And you're becoming aware that, you know what, I can't actually do it this way anymore. This morning routine is not suiting me because of my new goals. Or, you know what, this evening routine that I have, or my patterns that I tend to do in the evening are really not supporting me in the direction I want to go. So that's where I kind of was feeling that resistance. So because this week, like I said, share your voice, it's really about owning up to what is real. What is real? What is your truth? What are you actually going to be implementing, and what are you actually going to be changing? And being honest about that, and also being a little bit cutthroat about that, right? Not taking your own bullshit. There's that word again. It keeps coming through very strongly for this particular reading. It's like you've had enough of your own bullshit. You've had enough of other people's bullshit, and you are ready to move forward. There will be some resistance that might come through, and it's up to you to push through that, because when you do share your voice, when you do open up and you actually come out of that cave and make the moves and make the changes, things are going to feel so much better. So let's see what the third card has to say. This is the soul. So now we are looking more internal, what's happening kind of under the surface. It might not be so obvious this week, but it's definitely happening, and you can tune into it and you can be aware of it. Woo, I love this one. We have Unbound. Probably one of my favorite graphics, this one, Unbound. And underneath it says, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So yeah, this is this is making so much sense with this reading. Underneath what is going on here, you are unraveling things. You are releasing past lives, past contracts, patterns that you have been in, trauma bonds, all these different aspects of yourself, of how you have been in relationship to other people, in how you have presented yourself, in how you have shown up in terms of your characteristics, your personality, your even outside perspective, like your physical appearance, that kind of thing. There have been certain ways that you have been for a long time that are no longer useful to you, that are no longer, those contracts are done. You are moving forward. There is something new coming, and you are releasing. It's kind of like, you're going to be feeling at times this week as if like burdens are literally being lifted off of your shoulders, where it's like, and I'm feeling this connection with that share your voice card from the body card, that it's almost like when you do speak up, when you do make the moves, when you do make those changes that you have been saying for so long that you're going to make, when you do them, it is like a weight is lifted off of you and things start to flow, because it's like all of this stuff that you were holding on to, all of these patterns that used to be a part of you, you're releasing, you're choosing no, right? You're stepping into that warrior woman energy, the first card for your mindset. You're using that fire, you're using that deeper part of you that's saying, no, I'm not taking my own crap anymore. I'm not taking anyone else's crap anymore. I am going after what I want. I am owning this. I am going to stop all of these issues and these excuses I've been using and letting, other people's stuff get on me and all of this. I'm letting that go. And there's this release that comes from it. And that's what's happening underneath. So if you tune in throughout the week, you're going to really feel that energy as well. And it's going to feel really good. Like I'm already feeling the vibes of that energy, and it will just make everything seem so much lighter if you allow yourself to feel into that. So that's the energy for the week. I'd love to hear, drop a comment, let me know, how does this feel for you? Are you already in that energy? Are you unsure of how this is going to play out for you and you're curious to see what happens? But yeah, let me know how that feels. And let's get into the bonus reading for this week. So as always, well, not as always, we have a bonus reading. This week I have chosen the Numerology Oracle cards by Michelle Buchanan. And these ones, so these focus, there's obviously numbers that come into it, but there's also a focus in a particular phase of your life. So I feel like this is going to be a message for you. You'll get to choose which card resonates most with you, of an area of your life this week that is going to be more prominent, that you can kind of apply a little bit more focus to, because it will really kind of shine through. So let's go ahead. I've already pre-shuffled these very, very well before, so I'm just going to start shuffling straight away and see what 3 cards come out. There's one, okay, and then I will hold them up so that you can choose which one, oh no, that's a whole bunch of them, which one you feel most pulled to. So, I'm liking the energy this week. This post-full moon energy is feeling good. It feels like there's been a lot of shifting. Yeah, see, there you go. Sometimes they don't want to fly out. Oh, no, that one did. Perfect. Okay. And third one, I'm going to pull 3 cards. You can, sometimes you might feel pulled to more than one. That's absolutely fine. You tune in. Usually one is good, but sometimes you might feel pulled to 2 cards. Or who knows, you might even feel 3, right? You know the best, right? You are your own oracle. So I'm going to hold these up. Take a deep breath. Ground yourself. Put your feet on the ground, whatever you need to do. And tune in to which one feels like it has a message for you. So card number 1. This is card number 1. If you feel pulled to this one. We have card number 2. This is card number 2. If you feel pulled to this one. And card number 3. This is card number 3. If you feel pulled to this one. Drop in the comments as well. Let me know. I always love to know which card or cards you feel pulled to. And let's do the reveal. So, card number 1. If you chose this one, you have number 22, intuition. 22, intuition. So 22, twos might be a big prominent sign for you kind of this week. You might see multiple twos around. And let's read what it says from the deck here for 22, intuition. This card encourages you to trust your inner guidance and to embrace the intuitive wisdom that resides within your soul. By drawing this card, you are being urged to honor your sensitivity at all times and to prioritize your premonitions and hunches above practicality and logic. This isn't a time to be influenced by others' opinions or to betray your inner guidance in order to fit in. Instead, you must trust your own intuition, for it will never let you down. Boom. There's an affirmation here as well that you can use throughout the week if this feels good for you. My intuition leads me to where I need to be. My intuition leads me to where I need to be. So that was card number 1. Card number 2. If you chose card number 2, we have number 14, moderation. 14, 1, 4, and moderation. So you might see, again, the number 14 around. You might kind of use that as a guide throughout the week. Something's coming up, or even 1s and 4s, 1 and 4 obviously make 5. You might see that as well. And moderation. So this card indicates a need to exercise restraint and self-control in every area of your life. Perhaps you are overeating, drinking too much alcohol, smoking, over-medicating or taking drugs, overspending, exercising excessively, consuming too much sugar or coffee, gambling, or otherwise overindulging or engaging in obsessive or aggressive behavior. If so, this card serves as a gentle and loving reminder that behaviors such as these can delay the manifestation of your dreams. This card also indicates a need to balance your desire for freedom and adventure with your responsibilities, because by honoring your commitments, you will prevent the buildup of karmic debt. By choosing to live as your higher self rather than giving in to your lower tendencies, you align with Source and the intentions of your soul. Ooh, okay, so there's that message about moderation if you chose card number 2. And finally, card number 3, if you chose card number 3, we have, 66, which is healing. 66, healing. So sixes, multiple sixes. I know some people have bad ideas about sixes. It is not a bad number. And it actually does have a lot to do with healing. So you might see multiple, multiple sixes throughout the week, somewhere your intuition pointing you to something important to pay attention to. And the card says, this card indicates a time to focus on your healing abilities and being of service to others. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to expand your understanding of the healing arts and the many different ways to heal. Perhaps you feel drawn to Reiki, kinesiology, physical therapy, homeopathy, acupuncture, nursing, counseling, or life coaching. Whichever path you choose, it's time to set the wheels in motion. This card may also indicate a need to receive bodywork or healing such as Reiki, kinesiology, etc., to help shift any stagnant or toxic energy. Your energy field, your aura, absorbs and stores energy from other people, electrical equipment, every illness and trauma in your surroundings, and your own negative thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it's important to clear your aura regularly to elevate your health and well-being and your overall quality of life. So that is the message for you if you chose card number 3 in the pick a card section. And that's it. That's where I leave you for this week. So I would love to hear how that resonates with you, which of the cards you chose at the end and how that feels for you going into this week. And yeah, very excited to see what develops from what feels like a very fiery week and a lot of change and a lot of shifts and a lot of leadership and ownership energy this week. So I will hear from you next week. Have a beautiful rest of your day and this week. Sending you so much love. Mwah.